It is the sad song of a she-wolf with her cubs, and she'd been separated from her pack. If you don't feel or sense the soul in this wolf, you don't have one yourself.
And you know I feel like I'm fighting to protect the environment from? The DNR!
First step we take is taking care of our wolf population in a responsible manner for the state of Minnesotans, and let me be clear about this, for the first and only client of the DNR, and that's the citizens of Minnesota.
The state of Minnesota basically took the wolf off the endangered species list and immediately started a hunt the same year. And we thought that that was a reckless treatment of a valued species that had nearly went extinct in our state. We're here to tell our lawmakers that the vast majority of Minnesotans value wolves and want to see them protected. And in fact, even the DNR's own survey in 2012 showed that 79% of the public that filled out their survey opposed the wolf hunt.
I'm here to speak on behalf of Mayengan, and in Chipewa that means wolf. And we believe that the wolf is our brother. This wolf hunt is very immoral, and the wolf is considered family to the Ojibwe people.
I'm here to stand up for the wolf. I'm opposed to the hunt. There isn't any animal in the world probably in the last 4,000 years that's been as image has been smeared and dragged through the mud as bad as the wolf.
One thing that's really damning to me that everybody should know about are the internal emails within the DNR that we have. In that it states that we owe our primary constituents, the hunters and the trappers, and our secondary constituents, ranchers and livestock producers, this hunt because they've been asking for it. That offends me because I'm one of the 79% that voted against the wolf hunt.
The insanity that our governor has allowed the wolf hunt to continue, the insanity that the DNR has basically sold out to a few hunters and political interests. My doctorate's in genetics, and I am appalled. We are destroying a population. Population dynamics are such. You cannot just go around randomly shooting and trapping such a tiny population. They have admitted that the hunt is not for population control, it's for entertainment.
Thank you all for coming. We have a special message from a special person, a person close to my heart, Jane Goodall.
The wolves, and the farmers for that matter, are depending on you to persuade your decision makers to formulate a wolf management plan that is just and reasonable. It's time that recreational hunting of wolves and other forms of persecution came to an end.
No matter what your origins, we're all indigenous. We have the power of place. We must be responsible for that place. The removal of the wolf from the federal protection under the Endangered Species Act was based on politics and not sound science. The fate of the wolf in North America will be a measure of the success or failure of civil society.
On opening deer hunting, it sounds like military maneuvers in Camp Ripley. It is thousands of ATVs. The Minnesota Deer Hunters was responsible for changing our state laws so that these guys can run willy-nilly off trail in September, October, November, December. Deer are not stupid. When they hear 1,000 ATVs rumbling in the woods, it's civil defense sirens. They go into hiding.
I'm from the Bear Clan, and I'm from Red Lake, Minnesota. So the Creator told him he was going to send him somebody to be his partner, his companion, and they would go through life together. So he sent them Eaton, he sent them the wolf. And then thereafter they began to travel all over the earth together. And along the way they named different trees, different hills, different rivers. And they came back to the spot where they had first met. And Gitchimanadu, the Creator, told original man that now they were going to part. They would each go their own ways. But in parting, they would share the same fate. Whatever happened to one would happen to the other.
I think they're a beautiful animal, and I really want my grandchildren to be able to experience being out camping in northern Minnesota and hearing them in the night and it's become very important to me, especially when I see some of the horrible methods that are used to kill them, catch them, whatever.
In the Cherokee Nation to which I belong, we live with the contradiction of having a wolf clan in our kinship system, but no wolves to relate to in our lands. Our ancestors were forcibly relocated by the U.S. government from the southern Appalachians in North Carolina to what is called Oklahoma today. In Minnesota, wolves are, technically speaking, a shared resource between tribal and state authorities, and as such, management responsibilities must be shared. The Minnesota DNR cannot claim objectivity or impartiality because it fundamentally represents dominant values that define wolves as resources rather than relatives.
Holy cow! This is quite amazing. First of all, the first thing I want to say, and this is just really important for you to understand, that at the end of the day, all I'm really doing is pushing buttons for you guys. Yeah! And so, well, I mean, it's kind of cool, and I like pushing buttons, ask my wife. That is not the most important thing that I do. The most important thing that I do is have the chance to work with all of you who are on the ground floor, giving us the legs to make something move forward. So I want to thank all of you for the work you guys are doing by being here today and showing your support for this important issue. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I again need to say thank you, and I need your guys' help to continue pushing this forward. We have some really good movement. If you saw the last committee in which I queried the DNR a little bit about some of their stances on how they've made some of their decisions that turn out they weren't so scientific.